Hello, this is Derek with episode 2 of Oklahoma Mind Ninja podcast. And it has been, I'm excited about this one. I'm real excited because I get to tell you about my hometown. My hometown is Norman, Oklahoma. And so hopefully you have a chance to visit us and I get the opportunity to tell you all about my town, some of the secrets, some of the ways you get around. And guess what? There are some tricks to it. Sometimes we know when there's newbies in town. Have you ever been in a resort town and you know they're coming in from, the lake people are coming in? We know kind of that same thing when we have students that come in and other people that are getting ready to be in our area. So I'm going to give you some tricks to make you not look so new so that you get a chance to get a little bit of a primer or a guide to Norman, Oklahoma and what we have going on. I'm also excited to tell you about a success story already that I am so excited about. So hopefully you'll stick with me on that. At the end of this podcast, I'll give you a list of things that are going on coming up soon. I said we have amazing things happening right away. Um, so I would say sit back, relax, get a beverage of your choice, and listen and hang out. If you have any comments, please make sure and put them in the comment area. I would love to hear them. If you have questions, I'll do my best to answer them and get back with you. The best way for you to get all these podcasts is for you to be a subscriber to my Vision Growth Norman page. So if you can do that, or just look up My Ninja Podcast, and that will pull it up as well. And you can, and I will be sharing them on my platforms, and you can just do that, or just subscribe. Subscribing is the best thing ever. So I post quite a bit of content. I do a couple long formats a week, and then I do short forms or like shorts. So if you like the shorts, that's more your speed. You can check those out, and it's very, very fast. But this is a fun platform for me because I can talk to you about everything going on. Let's start, I think, with the first thing. This time of year is unique for locals, those of us that are normal locals, because we know that there is something coming. Like this week is a big week for us. Why? Because our vehicle of choice this week are moving trucks, U-Hauls, all the two men in a truck, like everybody's moving it. We have just cars with stuff in it, and they're moving into their sorority houses, their fraternity houses. They're moving into the dormitories. We got people renting out apartments, and so everybody that's coming here, they come here in mass. And so we have roughly 36,000 students at the University of Oklahoma. So during the school year, which starts in a couple of weeks, we have a lot of people coming to town. And if you're a freshman, if you're new to Norman, there's like ways that there's things you should know. There's things you should know as an 18-year-old. Like, for example, Gray Street and Main Street are one way, right? So Main Street, if you get on a certain section of Main from about University, and then on your way, you are going one way on Main. The opposite direction is Gray Street. So if you get on that street and go the wrong way, people are going to know because you're going to be facing them. And we know that you're coming, and we know it happens. And every year we're like, oh, look, the newbies are here. So you can kind of tell that. We also have some restaurants and places you need to just make a list. So write a list right now or listen to this more than once, put some boxes on it. These are places you need to visit while you're here. Some of these places you'll need to be 21 years old, so it'll be your junior year. Or some of these places you can be 18 and up. But these are some areas that I want you to put on your list. Probably the most famous, the biggest thing in Norman, Oklahoma that you will recognize are a couple places. One, the Mont. The Mont is known for their swirls, and if you've been to the Mont, you know what a swirl is. You know what I mean. It's right off campus. It's on the corner of Classen and Boyd, and it is an amazing restaurant and kind of a drinking establishment, and it's a lot of fun. The diner is downtown. Now the diner's been on drivers, dinings, and dives. It's been on most of the best diners in the country. It's fantastic. It is right on in downtown Norman. So when you're down there, you can also go to Bison Witches, which is fun. They have a lot of live music. You've got Guest Room Records. If you don't have a Guest Room Records shirt, have you really been in Norman? I mean, seriously, if you don't have the sticker if you're not putting it on your band case, I'm like, come on now. Plus, if you just are a record person, it's one of the best record stores in the metro area. Fantastic. It's a great place for you to go. The Earth, if you are vegan, or the Earth is fantastic. It's on Flood. So if you go essentially, let's see, east on Flood, no, south on Flood. You go south on Flood off of Main. You go down about a block and a half on the left side. It's hidden because it's a beautiful little building. You'll go in there, you'll get all your vegan fare, and they make great food. And it's just a fun, eclectic place to be. Um, the Deli, of course, on Campus Corner is a music venue that is well known by most musicians that tour in the Oklahoma area and in the region, and honestly, nationally. They will come through Norman and they will come to the Deli and play. A newer venue that is getting a lot of attention is Hollywood Corners. Hollywood Corners is out on Rock Creek and like 12 ish. I think it's 12. I think I'm right. Or Porter and Rock Creek. I think it's Porter and Rock Creek. And it is an amazing space out there. Toby Keith is the owner. It has outdoor. They play the games. They have live music. It's a big venue. In the wintertime they play inside. So you get a lot of music almost on a nightly basis there. The bars downtown, we have quite a few. The legendary ones are the Blue Bonnet. I love the Blue Bonnet. Why? Because whenever they sign off, they go Bonnet out, like whatever they're talking about and sharing. Their social media presence is awesome. Red Brick is right down there as well. This is downtown Norman. Of course, you got like Mooney's if you want to go up north, if you want more of a kind of a adult biker flair. We've got all kinds of like other restaurants and things like that. These are like just some staples in Norman. Of course, you have your normal chains that you can find here. And then it's just fun. We have a lot of like shopping areas that let me talk about some of the districts and then we'll kind of come back to a couple of the shopping spaces. Let's start with probably one of the biggest ones, the most built up ones right now is University North Park. University North Park is up on the north side of Norman, right off of I-35. It's where Target's located. It was built as a shopping district. That district was built on purpose as a conference center, shopping district. The airport's there. You've got all kinds of things that you would know there. It's pretty much known for, chains, the things, also Oklahoma known things that you'll find there. You have Hideaway up there, but you have Hideaway on Campus Corner as well. So you have different spaces, but that is really a built up area that if you're looking for a place that's just to shop and hang out, I said University North Park is pretty cool. Classen Corridor, and I call this Classen Corridor because really if you go on Classen, you drive the length of Classen. So Classen Corridor starts roughly around, let's see, it's going to be Alameda and probably Alameda and Classen, or Alameda and Porter is where it starts. So at Alameda and Porter, you would go right, and then at that point, you'll be on the Classen Boulevard. It goes by the elementary school, goes down right by the Mont, actually. So you hit the Mont right at the corner of Boyd and Classen. You go up the street further, and as you go onto that, you will notice that on the left side, there's a shopping center. They have an adult novelty shop there. They've got pizza stuff there. They've got Asian food. They have they have a lot of fun things in that shopping center right there on Lindsay and Classen. You keep going on Classen, you'll go up until you hit the Walmart. Now, so then at that point, you'll go right. We are really excited about that Classen corridor because once you go right on that corridor, you will end up, there's a little Walmart there. There's a little neighborhood Walmart. Go further on, you have Pinocchio's. Pinocchio's is a new old restaurant. It's a restaurant that's been around Norman for like 40 years ago. People are so excited about the opening. As it opens, we're going to be real excited about that. That shopping center has also, of course, adult beverages, and it's got chicken places, and we got a car wash there. We have car washes like every couple of miles. Honestly, I think we have like the dirtiest cars in all of if you looked at the number of car washes, you would think we're the dirtiest place ever when it comes to cars. But so if you need a car wash, we got you every couple blocks just to wash your car. Um, then you keep going on that Classen Boulevard area. On the right side, you've got like all kinds of like taco places. You've got spas. One of my wife's favorite places to get her nails done and get her toes done is over right off Classen Boulevard, just past Constitution on the right. So if you there's Boomerang Diner and go up a little bit, you have Qdoba in the same shopping center. Go check it out. I said she said they're amazing. They do amazing work. Keep going on down the way, and you're getting to what we call the new class, what I call New Classen, because New Classen was built up at Highway 77. It's newer. You have like, well, if you look at Ann Brandon, this is just underneath Highway 9, and you have Bison Witches, you have or Buffalo Wild Wings, excuse me, you have Buffalo Wild Wings. You've got fitness places. Also, that's another thing in Norman you'll find is we are here for you if you want to work out. We got Crunch Fitness. We got all the different spaces. Not to mention, we have trainers everywhere that can just help you get fit. Plus, we have awesome park systems and sidewalks so you can run. We are really good about letting you prep for your marathons, and we have beer runs. I mean, whatever you want to do, we've got you covered when it comes to fitness. Plus, we have all these students that come in, so they help us out as well. We've got a YMCA. We've got the new fitness center opening up, which is going to be amazing. And that's up at University North Park. So that's the Trey Young Center. So we have a lot happening, and we have, of course, have lakes and trails and all the things. We've got a really cool. So if you're a skateboarder or bicycler, we have a great park, the Baldwin Park at Andrews. We also have a really neat park over off 24th and Lindsay. It's right by, there's a donut shop right there. And if you go just down a little bit, you can do some incredible jumps, and it's a lot of fun. And it's right there off of 24th. But meanwhile, back on Classen, we have stuff being built up out there. Again, it's kind of chain oriented, but you've got Aldi out there. You've got, what else out there? There's a New York Bagel Company, I believe, is out there. We've got, there's just a lot of things being built. So we're seeing that. We got Wendy's out there. You've got a Take 5 out by, now there's a Supercenter Walmart not far from there as well. And of course, the growth area in Norman is that area is going south and east. And so you will see that Classen corridor fill in, and there'll be more retail as we get further on. And there's going to be an incredible barbecue place opening up in Noble coming up soon, which is only about 5 minutes south of Norman on Highway 77. So if you have a good barbecue place, it's nothing to get down there. You just, I mean, there 5 minutes you're in downtown Noble. So they also have Kendall's, which is incredible as far as their whole ability to. They have the biggest chicken fried steak you've ever had. It's bigger than your head, and people love it and drive for miles around to go have that chicken fried steak. So Classen corridor is really, really cool. Our downtown Norman. Now, downtown Norman, there's two different district overlays in that area. You have the downtown Norman, which is essentially downtown, which is Main Street. You have one over on Comanche, and then you also have Gray Street. Now, Gray Street is part of downtown, but Gray Street's starting to kind of identify its own self. We're starting to see some of that on Second Friday. They have Art on Gray, which is kind of their own like strip area. They bring in their own vendors and things on that side. It is all part of Second Friday, which is this weekend, by the way. If you want to come to Norman on Friday, I believe the 11th, it is going to be a fantastic night of drinks and music and art, and really get to see our community. And we're really excited because it's moving weekend. So we'll see a lot of freshmen coming in and parents coming in. And of course, our athletes are already here. They've been here for a little while. Downtown Norman is eclectic and fun. It is a beautiful space, great for photography, incredible theaters, restaurants, shops, and a lot of them are independent shops. So there are shops like Stash, and there's we have, of course, breweries in there. You've got Lazy Circles, you've got BIG, you've got Legally Brewed. Soon to have 405 Tap Room down there. You have that room because their brewery's up by the airport, so they're in Norman. But I mean, we are a brewing destination. So if you want to do a brew tour, we got you covered in Norman.